Then, Christmas time is here.
You know, Santa Claus and ho-ho-ho and mistletoe and presents to pretty girls. Good grief.
Join the gang as they show off their holiday spirit.
Ugh! I've been kissed by a dog! Get hot water! Get some disinfectant!
Okay, a Charlie Brown Christmas. All right, talk about one of the classics here. Okay, so Charlie Brown Christmas came out in 1965, 64, something like that. And, you know, Charlie Brown has been around, not just Charlie Brown, but the whole franchise of Peanuts have been around for a long, long time. As you know, came from the comics and then the comic strips, and then they went to the TV shows and then the specials, and then occasionally like doing something every so often. But this is back when they were doing all the specials. So Charlie Brown Christmas. So this one is basically Charlie Brown tries to find the meaning of Christmas, because everywhere he sees around him, it's all basically like commercialism. And this was back in the 60s, and they were worried about commercialism. Well, here in the 2020s, you might want to take a look around you, because, oh boy, did we not learn. Okay, when it comes to Peanuts, I've watched some of the specials. Like I used to watch the Thanksgiving special every year. Christmas one, not so much. The Great Pumpkin one every year. So I would occasionally watch them, because I never really fell in love with the Peanuts as a whole. I do understand that it represents a whole like generations like growing up with it, and you know I did somewhat grow up with it. But as I got older and I started realizing, like, man, everybody just, you know, depending on times, Charlie Brown, everyone around him is a jerk to him. And it's like, oof, like, yeah, I don't understand why he's not standing up for himself. And everyone is just like, oh, you suck, you're hopeless. And it's just like, do you understand that you're bullying him, like, a lot? And that's why I love the Family Guy cutaway, where it was the Peanuts reunion, and he comes in and he has like a whole bunch of tattoos, and he's drunk and piercing, and it's just like, yeah, you basically beat me up and you turned me this way. And yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, he's all grown up, and he's like, just every time when he's for Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other holiday, he's just having like PTSD. And you know, so when I watched these when I was younger, I was like, okay, I'm like just skipping past that. But then as I got older, I was just like, yeah, I don't like anybody really. You know, even at times like Snoopy, mainly because he was just such a jerk at times. I'm like, man, you better just knock that off. But anyway, so Charlie Brown Christmas. This, it's one of the classics. It's one of the classic like Christmas specials, along with like the Grinch and that stuff. So you've had to have seen this at least once in your life, and if you haven't, you should probably go do that. You should probably fix that. So I really don't have a whole lot to add on top of this. If you watch my animated Grinch review, you'll know that I'm a big sucker for hand-drawn animation. And this and Peanuts as a whole was a big chunk of that. You know, it wasn't until they did the Peanuts movie when it was all CGI, but they actually still kept to the style of it. It's almost like, yeah, exactly like it's like 2-dimensional, but then they just popped it in a 3D generator. That's all they did, and it worked. I was really surprised about that. But with this, I'm a huge stickler for hand-drawn animation, and not just this, but Peanuts as a whole is fantastic when it comes to that. And you know, it's something about you know, Charlie Brown, where he's trying to basically learn everything. And when it comes to this, yeah, he's trying to find the true meaning of Christmas. You know, even if he can't find a normal tree, and the tree he has really only has like 3 branches to it, and the second he puts on an ornament, it just goes down. But at the end of the day, it's like it's not about a tree. You know, it's you know, it's not about having a nice looking tree or anything like that. So I'm, you know, much like the How the Grinch Stole Christmas one, where once you take away all those things, you know, at the end of the day, that's really just a bonus. You know, so I'm glad that these animated specials, you know, we're being honest. It's just like, yeah, on the outside you see just a whole bunch of like commercialism and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, it's about just being together. And I think that's what's so great about this one, is that, you know, it starts out like being like, oh my god, like just a whole bunch of commercialism everywhere, and it then folds as it goes, and you have, you know, Charlie Brown learning what the true meaning of Christmas is, and a deeper meaning of Christmas. So it's just fantastic. I mean, like I said, there's really nothing more I could add to this than what already has been said. But, you know, the hand-drawn animation still looks fantastic. You know, it's short. It's like 30 minutes long. So if you haven't seen it, it's not a chore to sit through at all. Plus, I think at least almost everybody in the world has seen this. So, you know, no harm, no foul. But I try to watch this every Christmas. I've been failing recently, but I watched it again recently, and yeah, I'm like, wow, this still holds up. This still incredibly holds up. I give this an amazing. You know, it's a classic if you haven't seen it, and yeah, I remember going to Home Depot one Christmas, and they had an actual Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and my family was like, well, we're getting that, and then that's our tree. And it was for 1 year, and yeah, I was like, okay, this is what we're doing, I guess. But you know, it's timeless. I like to say that this is one of those things that's timeless. So, you know, if you haven't seen it, you know, you should probably fix that. And yeah, it's 100% timeless.
I think they look better when they have a little star or an angel on top.
Season's greetings from Peanuts.